welcome to this week's Viking.TV's episode At Home In.
This week we're coming to you from Cairo, Egypt.
Yes, Cairo, the triumphant city, the city of the 1,000 minarets, and here we are on a felucca in the River Nile.
What a beautiful scenery around us. I like being on the Nile all the time, the pumping heart of Egypt. Without the Nile River, Egypt would disappear. And Cairo city, one of the largest worldwide, almost a quarter of the Egyptian population live in this city.
Yes, indeed, Ahmed. More than 20 million Egyptians live here, where we can see the diversity and the colorfulness of the city, where the modern and the ancient mix together. And as you can see, here the River Nile divides Cairo into two sections, an eastern side and the western side. What about these sides, Ahmed?
Where we are here in the Nile River, we can see some very beautiful buildings around us. We see Cairo Museum, which is behind us, one of the largest, and in terms of archaeology, it is the largest. It has more than 120,000 pieces, many beautiful hotels, and Cairo Tower that was open to the public in the 60s.
Indeed. And when we talk about Cairo, then the first thing that comes to the mind are the Giza pyramids. So now, let's see it. What a beautiful landscape behind us, where we have the Giza pyramids dating back to the Old Kingdom, 2600 BC.
In other words, these pyramids are almost 4,500 years old. And out of the ancient seven wonders of the world, only the Great Pyramid still standing on earth. These three pyramids were built for three different pharaohs of the same dynasty: Khufu, Khafra, and Menkaura.
Yes, indeed, Ahmed. And they are not mere pyramids, they are pyramid complexes where they are all aligned with different buildings. So we have beside them funerary temples as well as subsidiary pyramids for the queens. And some of them have unique aspects, like for instance, the Giza pyramid of King Cheops, it has with it boat pits, which we call solar boats, while the second pyramid, it has associated with it the Sphinx. What pops to your mind, Ahmed, when you look at the pyramids?
Let me look at them. When I look at them, I just remember what the French leader Napoleon Bonaparte said when he came here 1798 and nobody had any clue about the pyramids, regrouping the soldiers, saying, "Be ready, 40 centuries of time, look at you from the top of the pyramids."
Yes, indeed, Ahmed. And these pyramids are a miracle in engineering. Actually, the Giza pyramid, 2,300,000 blocks of stone, is aligned with the celestial stars, as well as the base with the 4 cardinal points, in addition to an illusion. What about the illusion here?
The illusion is, when you see the pyramids from where we are, you get the feeling that the second pyramid is taller than the first. No, actually, the first pyramid is taller than the other two. The other thing is, Russia, the casing. Every pyramid in Egypt was cased in a beautiful kind of stone that was quarried from the other side of the Nile River. But from here, we see that the second pyramid still has a little piece of the casing stone.
But these are not the only pyramids in Egypt, are they, Ahmed?
Actually, there are more than 100 pyramids in Egypt, all of them scattered all over the Sahara Desert. But the first one, or the oldest one of them, is in Saqqara, 2700 BC.
So why don't we go there?
So let's go!
This is an amazing sight. It's so beautiful. We have the lush fertile land with the date palms on one side, and then suddenly the desert starts, where we have the desert and the desert plateau behind us.
Yeah, like Rasha said, once the Greenland stops, the desert starts right away. Nothing in between. And this is one of the contrasts of Egypt. And in this Sahara Desert where we are, which is almost 19 miles from downtown, it took us almost 1 hour to come here, we see the Step Pyramid behind us. It's not just a pyramid, it is the first pyramid ever built in Egypt, 2700 BC.
Cairo is a diverse, colorful city with the ancient, medieval, and modern mixed together. The heart of the city reflects its cosmopolitan nature, yet the outskirts of it reflects its agricultural one.
When it comes to agriculture, many people believe that the ancient Egyptian civilization was built upon the idea of death and afterlife. No, to the contrary. It was built mainly on agriculture. And agriculture still supports more than 50% of the Egyptian population.
Yes, indeed, Ahmed. And if you kindly notice how beautiful and lush it is here, we're now standing in a date palm as well as alfalfa field.
The date palm tree is a tree that found its way into the ancient Egyptian culture. And we can see its reflection in temples, houses, and tomb facades. It's very green and lush, as you can see around us here, with the alfalfa that was and still used for feeding animals.
The Egyptian farmers have kept their living conditions since antiquity as large family units living together. The ancient homes used to be out of mud brick. Now we have also red brick introduced. The Egyptian farmer kept the traditions, including that of baking the bread. This is the Egyptian bread. We call it local or baladi bread. It looks like the pita bread, but it has the bun of flour at the back of it. It's very healthy. Wow, what a feast! This is a traditional Egyptian table. Ahmed, would you please tell us more about these items, please?
Just I need to know one thing first.
Yes.
Is this all for us?
Yes, it is.
What a big meal.
Yes, yes,
It's
it is.
so yummy. Where should we start? Actually, this is very traditional Russia.
Of course, I love the kebab, and I love the falafel.
Falafel.
Falafel. This
Yes.
is the falafel, but Ahmed will be telling you more about it.
The falafel here.
Yes.
I guess everybody is familiar with the falafel, but let me give you a little piece of information. Falafel is an Egyptian innovation invented by the Egyptians, and the queen of the meal.
Yes.
What is this?
The baba ganoush.
Baba ganoush. It's roasted eggplant with tahini,
Tahini.
sesame paste, garlic,
Mhm.
and a little bit of cumin and salt.
The Egyptian countryside has inspired artists, like in the mural behind me, where we can see the beautiful landscape of the countryside with the river and the irrigation canals, as well as the farmers and the donkey pulling the cart. The artists were greatly inspired by it, especially in the music, where we can enjoy together the mizmar and the percussions. The ancient Egyptian art has inspired modern artists, like in the replica here of the goddess Sekhmet. She was one of the main deities of ancient Egypt, of the area called Memphis, where the gods were considered triads, meaning a father, a mother, and a son. And Sekhmet is very important in ancient Egypt, isn't she, Ahmed?
Yes, Sekhmet was the goddess of power, healing, and we can also say wisdom. And when it comes to sculpture and statues, the most significant item in any museum, and the Egyptians left behind hundreds of thousands of sculptures that you can still see in Egypt in every museum. And if you look at Sekhmet here, we see the lotus flower in her hand. And since we talk about lotus, we have to talk about also papyrus. Lotus with the symbol of the south, papyrus with the symbol of the north. Another role that papyrus played in ancient Egypt was writing. Papyrus scrolls, one of our main sources about life in ancient Egypt.
Yes, indeed, Ahmed. But Egypt is so rich, not only in its ancient culture, but also in its modern one, and even in its parks. We have beautiful parks in Egypt, like Al-Azhar Park. Ahmed, this is so beautiful. Look how beautiful the place is. I'm so happy that
so
you're here
beautiful,
today.
really is. Do you know, Rasha, that this was originally a place where they used to dump garbage for over like 500 years?
Wow, yes, I think that it was the Aga Khan Foundation.
Exactly, Aga Khan IV Foundation,
Yes.
actually, who turned the whole garbage area into this beautiful national park, which is one of the most beautiful 60 parks worldwide.
Yes, and look how everybody here is enjoying it. This is a wonderful venue for Egyptians to come with their families.
And what I like about it is that the architects and designer, they integrated Islamic and modern art together. As you can see, we can see Mamluk style with Fatimid and Ayyubid. And speaking of the Ayyubid, I think you have something to talk about here.
Do you mean the discovery of part of the Ayyubid wall, of the wall of Cairo and the fortress that was discovered here, dating to the 12th century?
It was a very sensational discovery. And you see how the people are happy behind us?
Yes, this is beautiful. There is a wedding here and they are coming to celebrate.